Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Cool Ass Cola, and today we're doing a Stush Behavior beat. So what I'm doing here is I'm filling in the brows, and I'm using a pencil by Absolute in the color Smoke. And what I'm doing is just taking short hair-like strokes as I create the brow. Okay, short strokes. You don't want any harsh straight lines. It looks unreal. So, fill in the brows. And what I'm doing here is I'm concealing underneath the brows. And I like to go in right underneath the arch of that brow with a shade, just about 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. And we're going to place that right into that arch. And kind of pull down, not too much, not too hard where you're disturbing the product, but you want to pull that down. And what I'm now doing is going in with a skin tone color. And I'm using that to the front end of the brow, as well as adding that same color into the end, the tail end of the brow. You don't want the brows to look too harsh, okay? It gives it more of that realistic look. So what I'm doing now is that I'm going in with a fluffy dome brush, and I'm tapping that product in as I blend it out and pull it down. And so here I'm just taking that lighter concealer color and just going over that eyelid so I can cancel out any discoloration. And I'm using the Born This Way by Too Faced as her foundation. With the Real Technique brush, I use that to blend all of that in. For contour, I'm going in with 2 shades darker, and I'm taking that product and I'm going to bring it down the nose, as well as work that product up into the brows, down the chin area, the hairline. And of course, you know, we got to chisel out those cheeks. And with a fluffy dome brush, I'm making circular motions as I blend out that contour. And you want to go kind of counterclockwise as you're making your circular motions. You want to go back into the hairline. You don't want to drag it into the face because it's going to make your makeup look muddy. That's not a good look. You understand what I mean? And with that same brush, I'm going to, you know, blend out the sides of the nose and take that product up into the brows. She has lashes, so I'm just holding down her lashes so I don't mess up with them pretty things. And here I'm just going in with 2 shades lighter, the same Born This Way by Too Faced. And we're going to highlight underneath the eye with this. Okay, so we're going to take this product throughout the whole T-zone, underneath the eyes, above the lip, you know, the chin area, of course the forehead, and bring that product down to the nose. And I'm going to use the Real Technique brush, their setting brush, to blend in that highlight. And you want to press your product in because you don't want to shift your makeup. You want your placement to be there. So by tapping, it doesn't disturb your makeup, okay? Or the placement of your makeup. So tap that product in. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm just blending out underneath that eye, the side of the nose. Remember to press the product in. I'm going to blend out the forehead and bring it down the nose as well. And I'm going to use that same foundation brush to blend out the seams. So where one product end and the other one meets is where I take that brush. And so basically I use that brush as a eraser slash blender. Okay, I'm going in just with a little bit more product underneath the eyes, maybe like 3 shades lighter, but only underneath the eyes, just to bring a little bit more brightness to the face. And then I'm going to use the Beauty Blender to soften that out and to make sure there's no extra product underneath the eye. And with that same, there we go, that foundation brush, we're going to go ahead and blend that all seamlessly together. And I'm going to take the Real Techniques brush, the setting brush. This is a clean one. And I'm going to set underneath the eye with the Laura Mercier powder. And yes, I use the brush for this as well because it just gives me precise settings and a precise placement of where I want my product. Blending out that forehead, making sure there's no creasing before we once again set that area. I also like to set the brows. I don't know if you guys experienced this or not, but mine's been getting greasy. So I'm now going in with a contour powder and I'm doing the sides of the nose. You don't want to go too dark when you're contouring the nose, okay? And I'm bringing that product up into the brows as I set the nose area. And I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and we're now going to bring some depth back into the face and basically bronze in and bringing this face back to life, honey. And same, I'm going to press that product in. We don't want to disturb the makeup. Okay, so by pressing it, it's more of just a placement. Lay down some blush. And I'm going back with that same foundation brush just to blend everything seamlessly together, baby. We're going to chisel out those that cheekbone or that contour with the Laura Mercier powder. So now for the eyelids, I'm adding her transition color, and I'm going to drop that color right into the crease. About 2 shades darker than her skin tone is what I'm using. And I like to start at the front of the brow when I start my eyeshadows. And then I go in with more product and add it to the tail end, and I'm tapping that product in once again because you want it to be opaque. You get a better payoff when you tap your product in, okay? And then I'm taking circular motions to blend that out. And windshield motions to blend it out some more. I already did one eye, so now I'm going to do the next. I like to use, whenever placing eyeshadow, I like to use my ring finger. For one, your ring finger has the less pressure. But when you're using your fingers, you just get a better color payoff. It's opaque. Okay, so I like to use my fingers. Best makeup tools ever. And, I will go in with a brush afterwards just to fine tune any areas necessary. As you can see here, I'm just taking that brush, and then in the front, I kind of like it a little more sharper. So that's where the brush comes in at. Tapping that product in. Just like so. So I decided to add a little bit more oomph to this look. So I took a pink and I'm just blending that in between the transition color and the brow. Okay. And I'm now using a clean brush to blend all of that together. The edges, just to blend it all out and to blend it together. Reinforcing some of that color that was lost. And this here is my good friend, Miss Aqua. So, of course, we had to find some blues to drop into this look. So, I added a little bit of Urban Decay Primer Potion before I added the blue underneath the eye. And I'm just tapping that product in, guys. And now I'm just taking a purple, a dark purple, and I like to do my liner first, and then from the tail end of the liner is where I would then create the depth that I need for that crease. So I'm using the purple to do so. And I'm just laying my product down. And I went in with a detail brush so that I'm precise as to where that purple is going to go. And now with a fluffy brush and that same purple, I'm going to blend in or blend out that placement. Just to add a little bit more depth to this look. And we're just going to, do windshield wiper motions. And I'm adding a nice brown as her lip liner. And I had to grab that good Spite by MAC, baby. One of my favorite nudes. So where's Nicole? Where's the Spite? There it is. So we're just going to add that to the lip.